In this section, we're going to look at the rocker table and its assembly, but first we'll just quickly go over what a rocker table is for those that are new to building surfboard. Now, the rocker is simply the bottom curve of a surfboard when looking at it from the nose to the tail. So a rocker table is essentially a work surface that matches that same profile. A dedicated rocker table, like the ones that we can include with our kits, are going to also match the things like the bottom details of concaves, convex, V, you name it, it will match it. This helps make the assembly a whole lot easier and removes the need for a lot of specialty equipment like vacuum bagging to push the deck skins into those concaves. It's really critical that your rocker table be laid out without any twist, because any twist in your rocker table is going to translate to twist in your board. While you can make your own rocker table using scraps and offcuts from around the workshop, we do recommend, at least for your first wooden board, to include the rocker table, as it does make life just that little bit easier. The rocker table frame goes together in the same way as the surfboard frame. However, it doesn't need to get glued together, and we don't have any rails. Begin by separating all the components out of the frame and lay them out on your workbench. On some boards, you'll notice that the spine is doubled up, and that is for a little bit of extra rigidity. So those ones will just get stacked together to form the desired width. Once everything is laid out on your workbench, you just assemble it in the same way, lining up the slots in the ribs to the spine and pressing it together. Some compression may be needed, as wood will move around, but in this case, don't apply any glue, so you can disassemble it and leave it in a drawer for a future build. With the rocker table fully assembled, you can now lay your frame on top of it and get everything lined up just right, and then use masking tape to secure it onto a solid workbench that you can build the rest of your board on top of. Now, if you choose not to use one of our rocker tables and will provide your own, the simplest way of doing this is by stacking flat material on top of each other under each rib until your frame is fully supported on every single rib. Bottom details might require you to use little wedges to get the deck skins to push into the ribs, but just be mindful to take your time and make sure everything is nice and even.